Shalom once again. I'm continuing on showing the blessings that were given to Esau and also to Jacob. And these blessings were passed down from Abraham through Isaac. So I'm going to continue and pick up in Genesis 26 verse 1. It reads, "And there was a famine in the land, beside the first famine that was in the days of Abraham. And Isaac went unto Abimelech, king of the Philistines, unto Gerar. And Yahweh appeared unto him and said, Go not down into Egypt, dwell in the land which I shall tell thee of. Sojourn in this land, and I will be with thee, and I will bless thee. For unto thee and to thy seed I will give all these countries, and I will perform the oath which I swear unto Abraham thy father." Now, let's read verse 4. "And I will make thy seed to multiply as the stars of heaven, and I will give unto thy seed all these countries, and in thy seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed." All the nations of the earth shall be blessed through the seed of Isaac. But that's another lesson. I want to point out right quick. Notice how the word translated countries. See, that's also the word 776, Eretz. The word translated land, 776, Eretz. That's the same word that was translated as earth. So you should be able to understand that when Isaac passed down, gave out the blessings to Jacob and Esau. Let's go on to another scripture. Genesis 17 verse 1. And when Abram was 90 years old and 9, Yahweh appeared to Abram and said unto him, I am the Almighty Yahweh, walk before me and be thou perfect. I will make my covenant between me and thee, and will multiply thee exceedingly. Verse 4. As for me, behold, my covenant is with thee, and thou shalt be a father of many nations. Look at verse 6. And I will make thee exceedingly fruitful, and I will make nations of thee, and kings shall come out of thee. Look at verse 8. And I will give unto thee and unto thy seed after thee the land wherein thou art a stranger, all the land of Canaan, for an everlasting possession, and I will be their mighty one. Now, if we go on down to verse 20, he talks about Ishmael. And as for Ishmael, I have heard thee. Behold, I have blessed him, and I will make him fruitful, and I will multiply him exceedingly. 12 princes shall he beget, and I will make him a great nation. But my covenant will I establish with Isaac, which Sarah shall bear unto thee at this set time in the next year. So you can see the covenant was established with Isaac, but the Most High also promised to make Ishmael fruitful and multiply him and make him a great nation. And this was going to be done with the land that was part of the land promised to Abraham. But the land of Canaan was to go to one of the descendants of Isaac, which was Jacob. Okay, notice this here. Deuteronomy chapter 2 verse 4. Let's start at verse 1. Then we turned and took our journey into the wilderness by the way of the Red Sea, as Yahweh spake unto me, and we compassed Mount Seir many days. And Yahweh spake unto me, saying, Ye have compassed this mountain long enough. Turn you northward, and command thou the people, saying, Ye are to pass through the coast of your brethren, the children of Esau, which dwell in Seir, and they shall be afraid of you. Take ye good heed unto yourselves, therefore. Verse 5, notice this. Meddle not with them, for I will not give you of their land, no, not so much as a foot breadth, because I have given Mount Seir unto Esau for possession. And that was carried out through the blessings of Isaac. He gave that particular land that it was Mount Seir. See this land here? The word 776, Eretz, the earth, that's the earth that was given to Esau. You know, so you can clearly see it now. Instead of that other doctrine, it has a lot of speculation involved, a lot of assumptions, and just it's a creation. It's an invention. It's not mentioned in the scriptures. When you study the scriptures out, that doctrine's not there. Notice what the law says concerning the law of the firstborn. Deuteronomy 21 verse 15. If a man have two wives, one beloved and another hated, and they have borne him children, both the beloved and the hated, and if the firstborn son be hers that was hated, then shall it be, when he maketh his sons to inherit that which he hath, that he may not make the son of the beloved firstborn before the son of the hated, which is indeed the firstborn. But he shall acknowledge the son of the hated for the firstborn by giving him a double portion of all that he hath, for he is the beginning of his strength. The right of the firstborn is his. So Isaac, he had the land passed down through him from Abraham. So the right of the firstborn was supposed to go to Esau, but Esau sold that birthright. Therefore, Jacob inherited the right of the firstborn, and he was able to receive the land of Canaan and partake of the covenant that was promised to Isaac. Esau, he received a blessing. He just didn't receive the land of Canaan. He received Mount Seir. He did not receive the whole earth because the earth did not belong to Isaac. It wasn't his to give. Isaac could not bless him with that. And that's not a prophecy saying that he's going to receive the whole earth. Let's look at Genesis 25. We'll see, notice verse 4. Let's start at verse 3. And Yokshan begot Sheba and Dedan, and the sons of Dedan were Asherim and Letzuim and Lumim. And the sons of Midian, Ephah and Epher and Hanok, Abida and Eldah. All these were the children of Keturah. And Abraham gave all that he had unto Isaac. But unto the sons of the concubines which Abraham had, Abraham gave gifts and sent them away from Isaac his son while he yet lived eastward into the east country. So you can see he sent them away, and they went on to start those nations over there in that land area between the border of Egypt and the Euphrates, because Abraham was able to bless them with that land. So that's how he sent them away to their inheritance. Now back to Genesis 27 verse 40. I just want to touch on this real quick, where it reads, And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. Well, when you look these words up, if you don't look them up, it looks like there's some sort of dominion or rulership that Esau is going to have. But when you study the words out, you can see that's not the case. Notice this word that's translated, thou shalt have the dominion. That's all one Hebrew word, and that's word 7300. Let's look that up. Now in Strong's it says to tramp about, that is ramble, free, or disconsolate. Okay, so let's see let's look up disconsolate. Disconsolate, destitute of comfort or consolation, sorrowful, hopeless, or not expecting comfort, sad, dejected, melancholy, as a parent bereaved of an only child, and disconsolate, not affording comfort, cheerless as the disconsolate darkness of a winter's night. You can see this word doesn't mean dominion. I'm going to show you a Hebrew word that does have that meaning, and if this was the point that the writers were trying to get across, they would have used that word. Notice how it says, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. Well, the yoke being broken, or the yoke being on someone's neck, it's figurative speaking. When a country is under the yoke of another, just like the Israelites came over here on slave ships, and we were under the yoke of the United States. The yoke was around our neck. If you study those words out, you'll see what's being said there. Now, notice this word dominion. If you go back to, let's go to Genesis chapter 1. Look at verse 26. And Yahweh said, Let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, etc. But the Hebrew word that's used, translated dominion here, is 7287. This is a different Hebrew word. Now in Strong's, this word is radah, and it's not related to the word root. This is a primitive root, and it means to tread down, that is, subjugate, specifically to crumble off. So this means to have dominion. Esau has never had dominion over Israel. Now the so-called white man has, but those aren't the descendants of Esau. And I'm going to further prove this in more videos. So just stay tuned. And with that, Yahweh bless and shalom.